Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Ray, and we are going live here on the ECRHL channel for the first time in quite a while. And boy, we got some great news to bring to you regarding the ECRHL, something that's been a long time coming for sure. So I'm pleased to introduce tonight to you our brand new youth roller hockey commissioner, Scotty Bonner. Scotty, welcome to the show, and glad to have you aboard here. So wanted to get Scott in little introduction, and then Scott's got an announcement to make regarding some events coming up this spring. So take it away, Scotty.
All right. Thank you so much, Ray. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm very thankful and very, very excited to be the Youth League Commissioner, for the ECRHL. Obviously, it's been an adult league here in Groton, and we are launching a Youth League here right at the same rink, right at the Groton Senior Center. Cannot wait. Absolutely just phenomenally excited. And a little bit about myself real quick. I grew up at the roller hockey rink. I didn't play ice hockey until college, but that's another story for another time. But, roller hockey is my first love. And especially I grew up playing outside with the ball, and that is exactly what this league is going to be, outside with a ball. So, and we are going to have a ball. We are going to have so much fun. The kids are going to have so much fun. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I am so excited that the town signed off on this. I'm so excited to be partnering with Ray, helping me out to build this program. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a tremendous amount of fun. The weather's starting to change. We're going to be out in the sunshine. I just can't wait. I'm absolutely beyond excited. I can't even capture it in words.
Yeah, well, we could definitely tell how excited you are, and I'm sure a lot of people are, because, again, we've been waiting for a long time for this to happen. It's been, about 15 or so years since we've had a youth roller hockey program with Groton Parks and Rec. So, again, this is really great, and I'm glad to have you aboard. So tell us a little bit about what you have planned for some divisions and what you have. You talked about a clinic and a league before, so go ahead and tell us about that and what you got going on.
So the age groups are going to be from ages 5 years old or even younger if the person can skate, all the way up to 17. So we're going to have a clinic division or a clinic league, learn to play, to get the kids learning to skate, learning the game a little bit. We'll have some cross-ice scrimmages as the season progresses. Like I said, just to get the kids started and involved and learning how to skate, because hockey, it's the most difficult sport to play because you have to learn how to walk again. So we're going to focus on that. Then there's going to be a junior division, an intermediate, and the senior division. The senior division is going to go from, say, 12th grade down to 10th grade. The intermediate is going to go from 9th grade to 7th grade. And the junior division is going to go basically from 3rd to 4th grade all the way up to 6th grade. So there's going to be a junior division, intermediate, and senior division broken up like that. Sign-ups are going to be for individuals to sign up. And then we're going to have evaluations, and we're going to do our very, very best, very important to me personally, to break up the teams as evenly as we possibly can. Obviously, there's going to be a team that comes in first, a team that doesn't. However, we're going to do our very best to make sure that, the teams are evenly broken up and the games are as close and competitive as we can possibly make them. So, but it's going to start, like I said, from ages 5 to 17 is going to be the age brackets.
That's going to be great, because I know and hopefully we have some of those age brackets that were in that 16, 17-year-old. We had a lot of people knocking on the adult door, but weren't quite ready yet. So now we've got something for them, and we'll have something for everybody. And I can tell a little history that a lot of the alumni of our adult roller hockey program actually started when there was a youth hockey program. So as much as you're excited on the youth side, we're excited as well, because we know that those that are going to get started in that youth program will hopefully graduate up to our adult program as well. And we're going to be working really hand in hand to make sure that we have basically the whole umbrella of the ECRHL covering both of these programs.
Yeah, it's going to be a natural transition just when the kids, grow up and get older to join the adult league. I mean, why would you stop playing, right? It's the best game in the world. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's just going to, I think one's going to feed the other, and probably a bunch of guys in the adult league got kids that are of age to play now too. So it's just going to, grassroots. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I really think it's going to grow and be a tremendous amount of fun. We're going to be starting our opening day is going to be Saturday, April 23rd. And we're going to have games going on Saturdays all day long from as early as we can till as much light as we can, we can have down at the rink. We're going to be, we can be scheduling games, and everything is going to be under the umbrella of the ECRHL. We're going to be doing everything, with the exception of the clinic league, everything the same. It's going to be 4-on-4, no icing, no offsides, no checking with the ball. Outside, like I said, I'm going to keep saying outside because I've been inside the hockey rink since September, so I can't wait to get out in the sun. And it's going to be 15-minute period, 3 15-minute periods, running time. We're taking everything that they're doing with the adult league, and we're just putting it in the new age brackets. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're keeping things as simple as possible. And, the most important thing is that we're going to have a blast. We're going to have a good time down there all day long on Saturdays. I can't wait.
Absolutely. I wanted to quickly note some of the people that are checking in here. And if you're listening now live, we've got about a dozen people or so checking in with us, listening live to our little show here. And if you have a comment or question regarding the league, feel free to make a comment right on Facebook or right in YouTube. And we can, from there, we'll see your comment and we can answer your questions or respond to your comment. So George White checking in. George White is the head of the ECRHL game officials, and George is going to have a big role in this as well, and helping with officials training and so on. So George, thanks for checking in. Good to see you, and looking forward to seeing you back at the rink real soon. And checking from the commissioner. We got 3 commissioners here on the screen. Dave Gardner is the commissioner of the Eastern Massachusetts Roller Hockey League and a good friend of mine. So thanks for checking in, Dave. And so we've got a start of April 23rd. I believe that's the Saturday after Easter weekend. Is that right, Scotty?
Is it after, before? I don't know when Easter weekend is. I have no idea.
You better check, because you might have some family plans you may not be aware of. But I do believe that the 17th is Easter.
I'm not aware of.
So I do believe it is the Saturday that follows Easter weekend. And then you've got some other dates before that. Well, let's make sure that we reiterate those. April 5th and April 9th. Kind of what your plan for the 5th and 9th?
On my calendar, let me see. I should know on Easter. Easter is the 17th, so it's the Saturday after.
You might have froze up just for a second there, Scott. That's all right.
You froze up but I think we're back.
That's all right. Well, you are back now. I'm going to share a comment here. Oh, it looks like Scotty's having some technical difficulties on his end. So I'm going to kind of take it here. Susan from Captain Scott's. Captain Scott's always a great supporter of our league and whatnot, and we look forward to your continued support and your involvement as well as we get this youth roller hockey program off the ground. Well, Scotty's working on his technical difficulties. There are some things I can share with you. Again, we're starting April 23rd. Evaluations are April 5th and April 9th. Again, our goal is parity and making sure that we have fairly even matched teams. So that's what we'll do with the evaluations. Even if you're coming in as a team, we still want to get you out there and still want to get a good look at you. It looks like Scotty's going to be able to rejoin us here.
There we go.
You back with us there, Scott?
Yeah, it bounced me out, and then I just went back in. Sorry, everybody.
That's all right. Good to have you back. I was just telling everybody, reiterating the evaluations and purpose, but I'd certainly like to hear you talk a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. The evaluations are going to be on Wednesday, April 5th, and Saturday, April 9th. We would love everybody to come down to make both, but obviously if you can't, please make one of them. And we're going to do our best to evaluate the players individually with a ranking system and a number system.
All right. It appears that we may have lost Scott again. Looks like he's having a little bit of a internet issue. Him and I had talked for a clear half hour with no technical issues, and of course we get online and we lose Scott. Let me see if I can try to work and get Scott back on here, folks. Just bear with us a moment.
For Wi-Fi, I guess.
All right, we got Scott back here, and maybe he sticks, maybe he doesn't. Doesn't look like he's going to stick, so let me just bear with us one moment, folks. We're all trying to get the technology to work for us. All right, Scotty, are you back?
I am back. Yes, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi, I guess. This is why I always plug in whenever I'm broadcasting.
All right. So
hello again.
Hello again. All right. So we've covered some things here. We talked about evaluations. We did get that piece before you did disconnect. So we've talked about that and kind of the reason for it and get that going. So one of the things we talked about is, obviously with the ECRHL Adult League, and it's certainly going to be that with the Youth League, that one of the great things about us is that we're really not a turnkey league. We have a lot of involvement, community involvement, volunteers, people helping out on game days. So I'm sure that you're going to have that same kind of environment in the Youth League. How can some of the people that are maybe listening now or maybe listening later that want to get involved, how would they go about doing that, and what kind of roles do you have available? All right, we're losing Scott again. I'm going to get him on the line here, so just bear with us one moment.
Can you hear me?
We have you, I think, via phone. I think we got Dave Gardner listening. Dave, if you can just confirm that you can hear Scott Bonner on the show. Are you still able to hear me, Scott?
I can hear you very well, yes.
Excellent.
I can turn the log back in again, but I think we're just going to have the same issue happening.
Yeah, so what I've done now, for those that are listening in, I brought in Scott by a phone just so that we can continue. You'll see me on the screen. You won't see Scott, but I'll be able to share the information with you. I just want to verify that you're being heard on StreamYard, which I believe you are.
Okay.
All right. So George is confirming that we can hear Scott. Excellent. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us here, going through some technical stuff, and we'll get this thing back up and rolling here. So,
thank
Scott,
you, everybody. And I want to let everybody know that, George is the guy, like you said, he's in charge of the officials. So that's the guy you want to make sure that you get cheeseburgers to and a soda. You always want to be friends with the official. It's always a good move.
Yeah, it's always good to be on the good side of officials. So,
yeah, correct.
So let's talk about that. Some of the volunteer roles that you're going to need to help get the youth program off the ground.
Yeah, like you said, it's a community effort and project that we're launching here. So we're gonna need volunteer help, especially in the coaching realm, to coach the teams, and it's not going to be too tremendous of a commitment by any stretch of the imagination. We're planning on having one practice and one game a week, and it's going to go until about July 4th is what we're shooting for the entire season. We scorekeepers. We also need some volunteers and anybody that ever wants to come down, pinch in, help out. We're going to need people helping out when there's inclement weather and cleaning up the rink and helping clean it up at the end of the day. Any help is absolutely always welcome. And the more the merrier, I always say. And but especially in official capacity, we're definitely going to need volunteers for the coaching roles to be filled.
All right, so I'm going to share up here how somebody can get a hold of you. I've got the email address up here of youthecrhl@gmail.com. That's the best way to get a hold of you and regarding official or any of those capacities, I would imagine.
Yeah, any of those or any other questions or any other comments or concerns or any ideas or anything. That's always the best way to reach me right there. Yes.
All right, and again, everybody's obviously found our either the Facebook page or the YouTube page. I'll share up again here that all that information is still going to remain on our ECRHL page, as it's going to cover both youth and adult. That's facebook.com/ECRHL hockey. We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/ECRHL hockey. As we get the youth program going, we create content and whatnot. We'll be definitely sharing that out on those two platforms.
Perfect.
So let me just check the comments again, and we got a couple people chiming in here, and I think it may have missed when you were doing that. Susan from Captain Scott's has chimed in saying that she would sponsor a team. So we're going to have so always appreciate the support of Captain Scott's and our local businesses who help support our roller hockey program, both on the Dashers and sponsoring teams and so on. So it's always great to have them. Again, if anybody has any other questions, you can definitely comment in here. We'll take a look at those. We've talked about some divisions. Why don't we just go through that again? Because some of this may have been lost in the technical difficulties, Scott. So 3 age divisions. Why don't you go over those again for us?
Yeah, we're going to have 3 age divisions for the hockey for playing for the entire hockey and the clinic division. So the clinic division or learn to play is going to be cross ice or half ice, if you will, and that's going to be from ages 5 to 8 or 9, depending on the skill level of the individual child. And then there's going to be a junior division, an intermediate division, and a senior division. And the senior division is going to be the high school division, for lack of a better term. That's going to be from grades 10 through 12 and up to anybody who's 17 years old when the league is, taking place. And then after that, if they turn 18, say during the summer or something, then they would qualify for the adult league. The intermediate division is going to be 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. So kind of the junior high school, just into their freshman of high school. That's the intermediate division. And the junior division is going to be about 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Again, if there's a player that, is good enough to move up from the clinic league and he's in 3rd grade or she's in 3rd grade, absolutely. These aren't completely set in stone. They are set in stone with, like a 6th grader playing up with the intermediate kids. No, we're going to cut it off, at 12 years old. So there's going to be 3 divisions and 1 learn to play division.
Excellent. We got Terrell Rose checking in, and Terrell sharing, great to hear. I grew up playing and officiating inline before going to ice. This is awesome. Thanks, Terrell, for checking in with us. I'll tell you the benefits, and, we can talk about this a little bit. Inline is such a great thing in its value to bring new people to roller hockey as well. I mean, ice, there's a lot of crossover, and you've seen a lot of success in the NHL from players who started with roller and then went to ice, but it really can be, both ways, and definitely helps in the development of a lot of different programs.
Oh yeah. Roller hockey, like I said, I grew up playing roller hockey, and it really tears down, the barriers of accessibility, because ice hockey is tremendously expensive. And not only that, it's a tremendous commitment. the kids are playing, not that I'm against it in any way, shape, please don't misunderstand me, but this is much more relaxed, much more fun, much less of a financial commitment for everybody, as compared to ice hockey. And, the kids still get to play hockey and get that, because once you get that bug for hockey, there's something about hockey that every hockey guy and girl knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's that bug for hockey. There's that love for hockey. There's something about hockey that you can't even explain or put your finger on it. But this is where it begins. It begins with the young kids. It begins down at the roller rink, and we're gonna have a ball every Saturday. It's I envision the Saturdays not just being you come down and play a game. I envision it being like a good time. We're gonna have food trucks. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have cornhole. We're gonna have can jam. We're gonna make it like the place to be on Saturdays, and every kid's going to want to go there. I mean, that's what I did when I was growing up. I went to the hockey rink on Saturday. We didn't have a rink. We had a parking lot. It was a train parking lot. I would go there early on Saturday and hang out there all day until the games were over, and then we play pickup hockey after, and the losers would bring the nets in. That's, I grew up doing that. And, it's going to be a carnival-like fun atmosphere from 8 a.m. till the sun goes down. And I want all the kids to come down and just have a ball and feel safe and know that they're welcome and be part of the gang, and have somewhere where they can go and know everybody and smile and have a good time.
Well, I can definitely tell you one of the things that's going to be likely felt by many going down there for youth if they haven't ever played roller hockey in an outdoor environment, and the NHL's kind of caught on over the last, say, 10 or so years, that there's just something special about playing the game of hockey outdoors. That,
yep.
For all the, the question marks sometimes on weather, which most of the times we get around, then we really have mastered drying the rink and making it playable. But for the trade-offs, there's just something very special about breathing fresh air and being under the sun playing roller hockey.
No, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Got a question here from Dwight. Dwight plays in our adult roller hockey league, and he's asking any info on the clinic league, like day of the week, if you want to answer that one for him, Scott.
Sure, absolutely. The practices, we don't have anything set in stone yet, Dwight, as far as that goes, but there's going to be one practice week. But the clinic league will be the first to go every Saturday morning. So figure 8, 9 o'clock on Saturday, depending on what, how we figure out the schedules. But they're going to be out there every Saturday. And they may only go on Saturday. We have to hammer that out. But definitely on Saturday mornings, the clinic league will be out there. The first ones out there, the little guys.
Excellent. We got a alumni of the ECRHL checking in. Teo Marieski checking in. Miss all you guys, and happy to see the ongoing growth of all the ECRHL. Well done, Commish. Well, good to see hearing from you, Teo. I wonder where you are. Are you in the States? Are you in Canada? Where you are around the world? It'd be great to hear from where you're chiming in from. So good to hear from you, Teo. And then Terrell sharing that Terrell Rose, once upon a time, playing roller was frowned upon. Safe to say things have changed dramatically since my playing days. And I'll tell you that. And I think what's really driven that is what I kind of alluded to before. A lot of NHL players started with roller or incorporated roller. And the earliest one I remember is a pretty decent goaltender, although on a rival team from me, was Marty Brodeur. And one of the reasons why you can credit Marty Brodeur for handling the puck so well was he played roller. He played forward as a roller during the off season and used it as his off ice training. So attributing to him getting a goal or two. So
yeah, a lot of guys play roller during the summer, and it's also important too for kids today, in my opinion, to play more than one sport. Now this is still hockey, but it's drastically different than ice hockey. It's a completely different atmosphere, completely different game itself. And most important, no matter what you say, is that it's under the sun, like you were saying before, and out in the fresh air, which, everybody that's been involved with ice hockey all winter long, it's going to be absolutely refreshing. And yeah, I guess when I was young, maybe because I'm older, there wasn't such a stigma with roller hockey, or it didn't seem to be. When I grew up on Long Island, that's what everybody played. I mean, there were some kids that played ice hockey, but more kids played roller hockey when I was growing up than ice hockey. It seemed that way to me at the time, anyway, as far as I knew. And then later on, there was that stigma about ice hockey. I don't know where or how that came about, but I definitely think that's going away, and it's definitely going to go away with what we're trying to, establish and have fun with.
Absolutely. One thing I can say I'm very proud of is, on a national trend, roller hockey may have been going in one direction, but certainly here in Groton with the Groton Hockey Rink and what we have is extremely special, being, the outdoor facility that we have available to us. Roller hockey has actually trended up, and adding the youth league is more proof of that, and the demand that you've heard. And I'm sure you've heard a lot of chatter about this even before tonight.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of people been coming up. We went to a tournament last weekend for our daughter's hockey team, and I mean, we were just down at the at the buffet breakfast, and then they ran out of pancakes and things. Got a little bit upset, but then they brought out more pancakes, so everything worked out. But a lot of people were inquiring, asking about it, and I said, "Oh, tune in Wednesday. All the questions are going to be answered." And, they're asking, when can we register? How can we register? So I know that everybody's going to be able to register on Friday morning, if I'm correct. And we've got the website ready to go for people to sign in. Correct, Ray?
Yep. So Friday morning, we'll have all that registration available. I'll share that link. It is grotonrec.com/hockey. Again, that's the one you want to keep. And then look for the youth registration button. If you go there tonight, you'll see the button, but it won't take you anywhere because the registration's not on yet. But Friday morning, that's when we'll start to register for the league. We did get a good question here from Frank. Frank asks, is regular hockey equipment acceptable, along with roller blades or roller hockey blades recommended? So let's talk a little bit about what equipment's going to be needed for the youth hockey program.
Yeah, great question, Frank. The kids are gonna need a helmet with a full face guard. They're gonna need elbow pads. They're gonna need gloves. They're gonna need shin guards, and obviously their skates. I think I covered everything. So skates, shin guards. I recommend, but it's not something that's going to be required, roller hockey pants. They're more comfortable. They breathe better. They protect the kids a little bit more up on the thigh area if they get a shot up there. It's non-checking, and it's with a ball, so they don't need shoulder pads are not required, but elbow pads are required. And obviously gloves. And if I missed anything, Ray, just please let me know.
Yeah, and the only one we want to clarify is that it is inline hockey skates that you'll want to have. Those that try to play in any other type of roller blade, although I wouldn't say it's prohibited, you'd have to take the brake off, and they're just really not designed for hockey, nor do they give the performance. I would say, you would want to get a roller hockey inline skate. There's a couple great places we can recommend. League sponsor Wesco out in Brookfield, Connecticut. It's a little bit of a drive, but worth the drive from anywhere. They can help you out with that, amongst other inline or rather hockey retail places can also help you out as well. But you definitely want to have a hockey inline skate. So
and for the boys and a lot of girls to wear a protective cup, I always recommend that.
Absolutely.
But that's up to, I guess, parents' discretion. But I highly recommend it.
Fellow Long Island native George White is asking where you played on Long Island. Is it in Long Island or on Long? I think you're on Long Island, right?
On Long Island. That didn't become a thing till recently. I never noticed anybody saying in or on, and then all of a sudden it became a big social media thing. I don't know. It's on, in, whatever you want to call it. On the island, in the island. John J. McMahon Jr. Roller Hockey League out of Deer Park.
All right, out of Deer Park. Okay.
Grew up there. I grew up, and then when I was a young adult at about 2021, that's when they opened the rink at the Deer Park pools. But we used to play in the pools parking lot until you went to the intermediate league, and then we played at the Deer Park train station parking lot, with the old Deer Park train station parking lot, which was right across the street from my house. Excellent.
Beth is asking if we have any leads on where to buy skates. Again, Beth, the league sponsor is Wesco Sports. They've been a great long-term supporter of the Eastern Connecticut Roller Hockey League. They're located in Brookfield. They're out near Danbury. It's a little bit of a trip, but I'll tell you what, they're top of their game when it comes to taking care of you. You can give them a call ahead of time, let them know what you're looking for, and if they can't get it, they can guide you as to where to go get it. But I'm sure, more than confident, that they'd be able to help you out with acquiring some skates. And if you want top-notch customer service, Wesco's the place to go. And then George was talking about he's from Lynbrook, and he played at Hot Skates.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. And I thought there was just a link out at Rocky Point. We used to go out to a lot too, yeah. I don't know if we covered the registrations, which is going to start Friday. They're all going to be individuals. So I know some teams have been asking. Some players have been asking, can we sign up as a team and everything? So everyone's going to sign up as an individual, but we are allowing the older division to put teams in. But if one team is completely dominant over the other teams, then they will be broken up to be more equal and fair for everybody. The last thing I want, and it's very, very important to me, is a 10-year-old losing 22-2. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, and it's kind of the spirit of the Groton Rec youth programs, is that really want to have parity. We want to be able to put that to teams together that are going to have a good competitive time. Like you mentioned earlier, there's always going to be a first place, second place, third place, but we definitely want to be able to build that parity, and that's certainly important to be in the beginning of the program, like we're doing. So,
right, and also I forgot to mention I wanted to let everybody know that each division we're going to have 4 teams in each division. So as soon as the registration opens up on Friday, do not hesitate. Get your boy or girl registered, and girls are 150,000% more than welcome. So this is co-ed youth league.
Absolutely. And and continue a rich tradition of female roller hockey players that we've had in the league from youth all the way up to adult over the almost 25 years that we've had roller hockey in Groton. So absolutely, it's one of the very special things that we have going about this. Beth, if it says if they're so far away, maybe we could place a group order and have someone go get it. They also ship. Best bet is just to reach out to them first, and then perhaps, but when it comes to skates, that's something you really want to feel on your feet. You definitely don't want to do anything mail order. That's my opinion, but I would think that some would agree that when it comes to skates, if it's gloves or elbow pads or whatnot, you can take a good guess, but skates, you got to be able to feel on the feet, make sure that they match up.
Yeah, I agree with Ray on that one, because even a size 10 for example in Bauer and a size 10 CCM could be vastly different.
Absolutely.
The cut and the width and a million different things can feel different. Yeah, you definitely want to have your kid try them out, and even if just skating around the store, see how they feel.
Absolutely.
And then you want them to be kind of like ice skates, but I know ice skates, they kind of say a size and a half, 2 sizes smaller. I never did that with my roller skates, but I don't, it's up to your discretion. I don't think they need to be as tight and as snug as ice skates, but again, that's up to you and, your kid's discretion, obviously.
Absolutely. All right, Scott, we'll wrap up tonight's little meeting. If anybody's got any last minute questions, go ahead and toss them up as we kind of review kind of the need to knows tonight. So again, proud to announce Scotty Bonner is our new youth roller hockey commissioner. Scott's done already an excellent job of starting to coordinate this, and with a very short window too. We haven't given you much time between things going official and when we want to get this off the ground. So he's working diligently on trying to put all these pieces together and getting up to speed with the town of Groton, Parks and Recreation, and the Eastern Connecticut Roller Hockey League. So Scotty, you've done an outstanding job with that. Let's go over some of those dates one more time, just to make sure everybody has them. Registration starts when, Scotty?
Registration will begin Friday morning at 8 a.m. and you see the link right there on the screen. It's grotonrec.com/hockey, and you're going to want to click on the youth button, as Ray said, and then it's not there yet, but there will be a registration. Will be open Friday. It's $99 per player. That includes the entire season, all 8 games. There will be playoffs. There will be a championship. That also includes the jerseys and everything else. So it's only $99 for the entire season, which is just incredible value. It's awesome. The evaluations are going to be on the 5th, Tuesday, April the 5th, and Saturday, April 9th. We will have the times soon about those. The 5th is obviously going to be, in the evening after everybody gets home from school and work. And then the season is going to be kicking off on the 23rd, April 23rd, and we're going to be playing every Saturday. Like I said, from dawn to dusk. We're going to be down there having a good time. So everybody's welcome anytime on Saturday. Come down, hang out, have a great time. And I just want to ask anybody that's tuning in and anybody, please to share this information, let everybody know that this is happening, this league is happening. And, if anybody that has any kids that would want to come down and play, all skill levels are absolutely welcome. If a child has not laced up a pair of skates in his life, great. Bring him or her down. We'll have a blast. You got to start somewhere and they'll have a great time. And if a kid is, has been playing for years and is advanced, absolutely fine, obviously as well. So, all skill levels, all ages, boys, girls, everything, everybody's welcome. The more the merrier.
All right. And if you're interested in becoming a game official with the ECRHL, reach out to ECRHLhockey@gmail.com. Our officiating staff, that's one thing I'm very proud of, is our officiating. We do an outstanding job of training our officials. We've got some great support with Terrell Rose and others that have really helped us build our officiating program. Youth officials will be going through that same program. It is a paid position. It's a great part-time job. So if you're interested in becoming a game official, whether it's for youth, adult, or both, ECRHLhockey@gmail.com. But if you're interested in volunteering, being a coach, being a scorekeeper, helping out at the rink, whatnot, you're emailing Scotty at what email address, Scotty?
It's youth, ECRHL @gmail.com.
Well, we're going to put that up there because I'll make sure everybody sees it. It's youth, ECRHL@gmail.com. Send Scotty a message. He'll definitely get back to you via email, and definitely looking for that support. Again, the ECRHL, one of the beautiful things about it is the community grassroots effort that this league is. Makes it very special. Gets people involved. It's not just a turnkey league. You actually get to be a part of the family. So glad to have Scotty and the rest of the the youth that are going to be coming in to become part of the Eastern Connecticut Roller Hockey League family and a part of our success that we've had down at the Groton Hockey Rink. So again, any questions, any additional information, reach out to Scotty on the league, youth, ECRHL@gmail.com, grotonrec.com/hockey, Friday morning, 8:00. Make sure you get your youths registered, and we'll take it from there. Scotty, thanks for joining me tonight, and look forward to seeing you very soon here down at the Groton Hockey Rink.
All right. Thank you so much, Ray. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really looking forward to it.
All right. Have everybody a great night. Take care.
Good night, everybody.